Zach Brown, Mr. Worldwide. This is how you change the world. Let's ride.
Get lost with me tonight. Cruise slow motion, chase the sun as we burn one down. Get lost with me tonight.
We going
High as a mother.
Woo!
Nothing's gonna stop us now.
Na na na, no no no. Ain't nothing gonna stop us now. Na na na, no no no. Ain't nothing gonna stop us now. Na na na, no no no. Ain't nothing gonna stop us now. Na na na, no no no. Ain't nothing gonna stop us now.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. We are at the start of Season 7 of this career mode. Mad! We've got to an amazing point in this career mode too. This season we've got Champions League football for the first time ever in this career mode and even on this channel. If you need to get caught up on episodes, link to the series playlist is in the description, along with a bunch of great other things for you like my Twitter, Discord, and the Battersea Google Sheet for this career mode, so go check it all out. Also, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment so I know if you're enjoying my content or not. I appreciate any love, so thank you in advance. But I've got a bit of bittersweet news here for those of you who are loving this series. It will finish at some point, but I'm putting this series on hold with Battersea for the time being. This is going to be the last episode for a while, so I don't have a date picked out for the return, but I can guarantee that it will return and I will finish it before the end of the summer. But this is it for a while. I'm doing this because my consumption of baseball has been at an all-time high. Baseball is my first love. I've been invested into my plan for my MLB The Show series, and I've been really excited with everything around baseball in my life right now, so that's where my motivation is. Honestly, I'm a huge Liverpool fan, as you probably know. Liverpool's season has taken a toll on my excitement around playing FIFA, and I want to capitalize on my current excitement around baseball, but I'm just very, very excited to start that series, so a hype video for that series will be dropping Sunday at 12 p.m. noon Eastern Standard Time, so let's go, let's get excited for that series, and I'm sorry that this is going to take a little bit of a break here, but we've gotten really far. If you're missing this series, if you're upset about this news, go back and watch these past episodes. There's so much that we've done in this career mode with Battersea. So many glorious moments that you can go relive in the meantime, and we will pick it up and we will finish it off. But let's get into this episode and do some things before we call it for a little while here. First things first, we're going to do a state of the squad as we always do before the season starts to see where players' overalls are, potentials, and whatnot. But before we do the state of the squad, I've got some questions and I've got some headlines for the season that we're going to go over together. So first, question for you to answer in the comments, the loyal supporters of Battersea. Who should be the captain of Battersea Football Club from this point on? We've got some great leaders in this club, but we've lost some great leaders as well in the past as we've rotated captains pretty much season in, season out. So who is going to be the captain of Battersea for years to come? And I've got three main candidates, but if I'm dead wrong, then you can tell me another name and we can definitely consider anybody to be captain. I want to see what you guys think. So first off, we are signing Gregor Kobel. I told you last season, the big Swiss goalkeeper. He's 30 years old. He has Champions League experience with Dortmund, and he has that captain leadership trait, so he's obviously our number one candidate for that role as he's already gotten it. But I'm on PC, so I can edit these players, make any of them be a great leader, because we've seen these players grow and build over time, so we know these players best. Who do you think should be the captain? Candidate number 2, our best center back, best defender, leader from the back, Saul Koko, the 29-year-old Equatorial Guinean defender, and is an absolute rock for us. He's an 84 overall now, and he's been at Battersea for quite some time. Would be an awesome captain. And then the third name I think you could probably guess on your own. It's Owusu-Adu, the best player at Battersea Football Club, 22 years young, and he is absolutely a superstar. He's been at the club for all 6 seasons we've played so far. He has 150-something goals. He's a freaking superstar, and I think leading by example is his best trait, but if you think he should be our captain, let me know. And now something new that I'm going to do at the start of seasons in career modes in the future, and especially to finish off this career mode, something that we're going to have a lot more of at this point on, but headlines. We're going to start the season with this season's headlines. First headline for Battersea, 18-year-old Korean prodigy Ji-hoo Yoon, who was on loan at FC Seoul for the past 2 seasons, is back, and he is here to stay. We are going to get our first look at the 18-year-old prodigy, who has all the potential in the world, 91 potential. Ji-hoo Yoon looks like he could be the future of Battersea Football Club. We're going to get a chance to see him in this upcoming season in some Champions League football, some cups. So what are we expecting? Second headline, the big name from Dortmund. We signed Gregor Kobel, now the highest overall player at Battersea Football Club for sure. He is here to save the day. The highest overall player and most expensive transfer in Battersea history. What do we expect from Gregor Kobel? How far can he take us? Does he make that difference? And then last but not least, Champions League football reaches Battersea London for the first time ever. Who will we face in our group, and how will the 69ers fare on the European stage? Let me know what you think of these in the comments. And something new we're going to try out here, Kelvin, and whose name I have pronounced wrong for the entire time we've had him on the team now, but he's been a baller, so I looked it up, and I want to get it right. Apparently, it's pronounced Ehibashiomen. Kelvin Ehibashiomen is our number 9 now, switched numbers. He's an 80 overall, probably where he's going to round out about. He is an absolute baller for us, a very clutch player. But let's see if y'all can close your eyes, go to the comments, and type out Ehibashiomen if you hear me say it right this time. Because Ehibashiomen is what I was saying, which kind of looks like both, but Ehibashiomen, ladies and gents. Let's get it right. He deserves that. And now we can get into the state of the squad here at Battersea, see where these players' overalls and potentials are going to be for the upcoming season and the future, and take a look at our beloved 69ers. So we're going to start with Gregor Kobel. We just signed him, so no change. He's an 88. He's the highest overall player in the squad. Sam Tickle, back at Battersea. We just got him on free and haven't wanted to let him go. He's been on loan doing his thing. Who cares? He's a third-string goalkeeper. He may never play, but great last name. Why not the Tickle Monster? Jesus Lopez, staying where he's at. 77 overall, 82 potential. And the way I'm doing these, just so we're all aware, he may deserve an upgrade, quote-unquote. But in general, I want to do these overalls and potential adjustments as I see the players are playing in-game. If I think a player is playing better than their overall in-game, then I will raise it. Potential-wise, same thing. Jay Ray, he's been on loan his whole career, and he's skyrocketing because his potential is still an 88, very high. Burnley just got promoted to the Premier League. They didn't have a very good goalkeeping room, so Jay Ray is going to join it and probably start against us in some Premier League matches as one of their better goalkeepers there at Burnley for on loan. Hugo Rodriguez, another youngster, another teenager coming into Battersea back from loan, and he is going to play this season. We're going to sell Nuhu, and we're going to bring in Hugo Rodriguez to be our backup to Ali Koike, and hopefully our potential future left back at 84 potential. And then there is Ali Koike, +1 overall. He is just so freaking good in game, huge and athletic, and a very good technical player, underrated technical player at left back, 82 overall, 83 potential. Corey Ndaba, always so good in cups and in big games. He's 28 years old now, so 79 overall, 79 potential for the Irishman. I think that's fair for where he's at in his career. No change to Hugo Noble, our veteran center back. Mr. Battersea, the man, the myth, the legend, Sal Coco, 29 years old now. He's getting up there in the heart of his career. 84 overall, 84 potential. That's a +1 to both for what FIFA wanted. He's just a sound center back, and I feel like that little bump is something that he does deserve. Theo Peacock, still out on loan, 67 overall, 76 potential. Dong Chi, he's so good in game, so underrated. 6'7", 77 overall, that's a +2, 82 potential now for the Donger. Mansour Ahmed still out on loan with 87 potential. Jamie Shackleton, brought him in and he's been awesome for us. He's such a good Swiss Army knife, can play any position really coming off the bench for us. He's 28 years old. 77 overall, 77 potential for Jamie. Damiano Longo, our Italian man, the right back, 80 overall, but it's a +1. 83 potential is a +2 for Damiano Longo at 23 years old. For what he's been playing like for us, That's completely fair, and he can get even better just depending on how he plays. Coffee Kojo has been transfer listed. He's going to be sold this season. He never really lived up to the potential I thought he would by now. He is 23, but I still don't see as much as I thought I would with Coffee. So Darius Alexandropoulos, our number 6, 26 years old, and he gets a +1 to his potential. He's got 82 overall, now 83 potential. Can maybe get a little bit over what his potential was going to be. He does fit into our system very well. Haven't really seen the numbers productions, but I think he's a great player. Wouterberger, a fan favorite. He's such an excellent midfielder with an incredible range of passing. In-game, one of the better players, most underrated players in the entire squad. In all of FIFA that I've used, he's very underrated. He's so technically gifted, but +1 overall, +1 potential, and 83 is very good for a player who I think his original potential was 80, so he's already well exceeded it, and he's playing great, so can get to an 84 at 27 years old. I think that's totally fair for the Flying Dutchman. Reggie Chambers, 76 overall, is a +1. His 86 potential stays the same. He's an excellent midfielder at 21 years old. He's got a bright future. A lot more to come with Reggie. Darko, 24 years old now. 79 overall, that's a +1 in his overall. 82 potential stays right where it is, so he's at a good middle ground in his career. He's been good, not great for us forever, and I just love playing with Darko, looking to have some good seasons with him continuing on his great Battersea career. John Chansognawan will play for Battersea someday, but he's 18 years old. He's going on loan to Norwich City this season, also in the Premier League, so we may see him against us at some point, but he's an excellent midfielder, another guy that we want to just give playing time somewhere else and eventually implement him into an excellent Battersea system. But this is the main reason why we don't need a guy like Gone In yet. Fabricio Diaz, our best midfielder, and a really, really world-class player, showed it in his first season for Battersea last season. He's 25 years old, 84 overall, stays the same. I feel like that's what he was playing at, but an 87 potential now is a +2 from where he was at. I feel like that growth that he could get now is deserving if he continues to play that way he did last season. Alistair Robertson still out on loan, 70 overall, 78 potential. I believe that went up, so he's been having a good loan spell on his own time. And now we're bringing in free agent Denzel Palmer, the Jamaican central defensive midfielder. I'm very excited about this player. He's got very good pace. He's 6 feet tall. He's a bit bigger, stronger, and faster than Coffee Kojo. Gonna play the same role Coffee Kojo was in, except Denzel Palmer, got him as a free agent from Jamaica, has 82 potential. He has got a really bright future in my mind. I feel like if he gets enough playing time and if he plays well, he'll live up to that potential. Serge Ngoma, 23 years old now, 82 overall, that's a +1, 84 potential, right where it was. Totally fair. He had an awesome season last season, but still, in my mind, hasn't totally broken out. But of course, I think he's being held back by the insane production of our striker Awushi Adu. Another news signing, Johan Carbonaro, 81 overall, 81 potential, 28 years old. He's perfect because we need that squad depth at that quality now. We're going to have Jihu Yoon in this season, who is great, but he's still very young. Yunus Balut wasn't good enough. We're going to sell him. Sam Yepi is good. He's just more depth to have, but Carbonaro's going to fight with Sonny Hilton for that last front three spot to start the season. And with Champions League football this season and from now on, it's going to be nice to have that kind of depth. There I say, Sam Yepi, clutch as ever, 77 overall now. That's a +2 for him. 79 potential is a +1. He's 25 years old, and he's right in the prime of his career, and he's playing great. He's an excellent little player that we got for free. Our FA Cup hero who led us to an FA Cup trophy. Hit some big shots for us in his career so far, and a lot more to come from the man with 2 names. So nice, you have to say it twice. Yunus Balut, I just mentioned it earlier. We're going to be selling him. Never really lived up to the potential that I thought he may have had, but that transfer will bring in some good cash for us. Who was Daniel Vergara is now Danny Vergara, and he's going on loan to the United States to Charlotte FC in the MLS. 19-year-old, 69 overall, has 79 potential. He just needs more playing time, and he's not going to get it here this upcoming season. Sonny Ladd, our karate kid, black belt in Taekwondo. We love Sonny here. He's 27 years old now in this career mode. 80 overall now is a +1. 81 potential is a +2 for Sonny. at this point in his career. I think that's awesome. Him and Carbonaro are going to compete for that starting spot, though. Should be fun. Sean Donovan sent him back out on loan to Rangers. 73 overall, 85 potential for Sean Donovan. That's gone up in his time out on loan for us. Hopefully one day we can get him in the squad on a more regular basis, but we have a ton of great young wingers in this squad. And then the name you've heard a lot, Ji-Hoo Yoon, 73 overall, 92 potential for the Korean winger. He is absolutely incredible looking, dribbling out of this world. Flair trait, 5'8". Very, very excited to just see him out on the pitch, and very excited to see the start of what's going to be a brilliant career. I don't really know what else I can say about Owusu-Adu that hasn't already been said. He has 157 goals scored in 6 seasons for Battersea, and we got him for free from Ghana, our number 10. A Battersea club legend, without question. I think the only question with Owusu-Adu is now, when are they going to start building that statue outside of Battersea Park Road for this lad? Kelvin Ehibashiomen. I almost said it the wrong way, but I've been working on this pronunciation. I'm glad that I finally got it right. 80 overall, 81 potential. That's a +1 to both. He's just an amazing backup striker, probably the best backup striker you could ever ask for. If he wasn't playing behind Owusu-Adu, he'd probably be starting for many teams. Just to recap the transfers that we did make, Gregor Kobel, we got him from Dortmund for a club record fee, 58 million euros, plus Edouard Mendy sent him to Dortmund, so a pretty straight swap, and they wanted Mendy. It was a good deal for us, as we were going to sell Mendy anyways. Johan Carbonaro for 23 million euros. That's a great value for a player of his quality. The Colombian winger at 5'7", very pacey. He's going to compete for one of our starting 11 spots and is just going to provide excellent depth, like I said. And then Denzel Palmer, the Jamaican central defensive midfielder that we picked up for free. Another great job by our scouting department. Very pacey, big, and strong defensive midfielder. He looks like he has a very bright future, especially with his 82 potential. And you see it here, these 3 players that we transfer listed have all been sold now. Yunus Balut going to Genk for 8.5 million euros, so we sold him for a great value there. Nuhu going to Cremonese for 1.7 million euros at 31 years old. Good to get any amount of money for a player like him. And Kofi Kojo going to Sheffield United for 7.3 million euros, way over his market value, so 3 very good transfers financially for Battersea. Yet again, Bango Fatty does the business. It's a bit of a weird thing to do here, but you see Everton are back in the Premier League. They got promoted, and guess who they were led by back to the Premier League? Charlie Webster, former Battersea player, one of our first signings. He ended up at Everton, and he got them promoted back to the Premier League. A nice little story there. Feel good for Charlie Webster. He just wasn't fit for what was going on at Battersea, and we sold him due to his actions. Bit of a Jamie Tart scenario, if you will, for my Ted Lasso fans out there. Ego got a little bit too big, got to his head, and affected his actions at the club. It wasn't something Bango Fatty stood for, sold him away, and it's nice to see him collect himself and get himself back to the Premier League with a club like Everton after previously being at Chelsea and such a touted youngster. So a nice little full circle story there for Charlie Webster. And in other Where Are They Now news, Bailey Peacock Farrell has joined FC Utrecht in the Netherlands. Marcus McWayne still at Valencia. Joshua Manuel at Club Nacional now, and Priestley Farquharson remains at San Jose Earthquakes in the MLS. And I almost forgot, Stefan Bajcetic is still at Real Sociedad, 80 overall, and his contract is expiring in 12 months, so something we may keep an eye on. But that is going to do it here for this episode. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and make sure to leave comments about what you've thought of this episode and anything having to do with this career mode. And what you think about some baseball, MLB The Show coming to the channel. I know this crowd is probably more soccer-oriented knowing I've only done FIFA, but I promise you it will be fun, detailed, realistic, all of the above when it comes to my MLB The Show franchise. Baseball is my first love. I'm going to put a lot of care and attention into that series as well. But you see it there. When we pick this back up, one day from now, we'll take on last season's Premier League champions, Liverpool Football Club, in the FA Community Shield at Wembley Stadium to kick off our 7th season. And hopefully it will be the 7th season or the 8th season that we raise the most coveted trophy in club football, the Champions League trophy, and a Premier League trophy to add to it. We've got big ambitions here, and we're going to get to them one day, but we are taking a break from it so I can get to some baseball. So stick around. A lot of good things coming up. As always, this has been Therios. You'll never walk alone.